So I had seen for a long time that MJT had this new kind of Telecaster offset body that they called the Lydia. I tried to order one. Ordering things custom through MJT takes a while. It could be anywhere from 3 to 4 months. And one day on Reverb, I saw a gentleman actually had one for sale that he had purchased that he wasn't going to use in a build. And it was a really good price. It was actually less than what I'd have to pay to get it from MJT. So I went ahead and bought it. It is a 2023 lightly relic'd Lydia guitar body in shell pink. And it came with a black single ply relic'd pickguard. The shell pink finish is nitro, and it is only lightly aged, both the pickguard and the body. The finish has some checking here and there, and there's a few paint chips out around, maybe around the neck. It is a traditional Fender 25.5 scale length guitar when it's built. The body is made out of Alder, and the pickups are routed for vintage Telecaster bridge and the bridge pickup route, but it has a P90 neck pocket route. The neck on this one, and I need to check with MJT to see, I've seen examples of the Lydia built, and it looks like it has a Telecaster neck on it, but the one that I have actually has a Stratocaster Fender neck pocket heel. I'll explain later on what that means. And MJT describes this as, MJT is proud to announce our very own model, the Lydia. This model came to life in collaboration with our good friend and designer, and I hopefully pronounce this correctly, designer Ronnie Nebelung, who lives in Norway. I was really excited when I got this guitar assembled and I showed it to my wife. And when my wife first saw the guitar, she said, "That is beautiful and a classic pink." And I agree. It's the very first pink guitar that I've ever built. I really like it. So the pickups I picked for this, I wanted to stay within a single manufacturer. I picked Seymour Duncan, and I went with the bridge pickup is a Seymour Duncan Jerry Donahue lead electric guitar pickup. They describe it as that it accurately duplicates Donahue's 52 Tele bridge pickup, has Alnico II magnets. The way they've winded the pickup says that it will increase sustain. It has symmetrically staggered pull pieces. The neck pickup is from their Antiquity line, and it is a Seymour Duncan Antiquity P90 soap bar pickup. They describe it as that it captures the sweet weathered neck position single coil tone of an old 52 Les Paul gold top with our period correct Antiquity P90 soap bar. It is also wound reverse wind, reverse polarity to be hum canceling with a matching bridge position model, which would go well with the Seymour Duncan bridge pickup that I purchased and installed. I get asked all the time where I find my wiring diagrams. I have multiple go-to websites that I use, and I also have my printed file folders under my editing desk from just builds over the years. I also read a lot of the guitar forums, and you see people sharing different diagrams. Seymour Duncan, Fralin, Lawler, all of the pickup manufacturers are a really great source of wiring schematics that you can get, and they're really easy to follow. When I need something, though, a little unusual, I start typing in parameters of what is going to be in this, basically in the guitar, into a search engine. This pickguard had a slot cut for a traditional Telecaster slider switch, but it had 3 control pots. I could use a Stratocaster wiring diagram with 2 tones and 1 volume control, but I only have 2 single coil pickups and not 3, and I wanted to see what I could find. I typed in 2 single coil pickups, 1 volume, and 2 tone controls. Normally that would work, but I think because this was odd, I didn't get what I needed. I eventually just typed in adding a tone control to a Telecaster, and this is where I started to find the circuit diagrams that I needed. My search finally brought me to a very cool blog called Infinity Guitar Works. The guy that runs it is named Paul, and he's out of the UK. He wrote a very good article about adding an additional tone control to a guitar circuit. I used one of his diagrams as a basis, but I made a few tweaks. I added a 250K volume pot with a 500K tone control for the P90 and a 250 tone control for the single coil bridge pickup. I started with a 0.047 UF microfarad capacitor, and I thought that if I really didn't like how the tones sound, I would change out the cap, basically experimenting. I liked how it sounded, so I left it as it is. I used a standard 3-position Oak Grigsby slider switch, and this would give me standard Telecaster positions the way it was wired. Position 1 would be the standard bridge pickup pickup only. Position 2 would give me the bridge and neck pickups combined, and position 3 would give me the neck pickup only. He had a tone treble bleed resistor and cap in his circuit, but I didn't have the parts to do this and didn't install it as a result. The neck I wanted something unusual. The guts of the guitar are a Telecaster, but it did not seem appropriate to add a Stratocaster neck, as this is how the neck pocket was cut. An easy way to tell the difference between a Stratocaster neck pocket and a Telecaster neck pocket is the Stratocaster pocket is curved at the end of the pocket where the neck butts up against the body, and a Telecaster neck pocket is flat or straight at the same point in the neck pocket and the body. What is cool is the 72 custom Telecaster 3-bolt necks with a bullet truss rod are actually curved like a Stratocaster. They also have a Stratocaster large headstock. My guess is at the time that Fender was trying to save money and actually was using Stratocaster necks on those Telecasters, but were just putting the decals for Telecaster. I thought that this neck would look awesome on this body, and I think that I was right. Last, I added a bridge that I found on eBay that weighs in at half a pound. It could be used as a weapon. It is made out of solid brass that is chromed. I think the Art Deco look of the bridge makes the guitar look very distinctive and not Tele-like. It's very streamlined. I also added a few touches here and there. I added a solid brass output jack cup, a solid brass strap pegs, and a solid brass selector switch knob for the Oak Grigsby switch. The 3 black knobs on the 3 controls are actually amplifier control knobs. I think that they look really cool. Observations on the final guitar. It is an offset Telecaster, but with some modifications. The pickguard definitely makes it stand out and be different than a standard offset Tele. I really like the pickguard. The bridge adds to the deviated look. The 72 custom Telecaster neck with a bullet truss rod really looks great on this guitar. It just kind of goes with the overall kind of theme and feel. Lastly, the most important thing, the sounds that come out of this guitar are spectacular. I'm very pleased in this area. Listen for yourself. The P90 by itself sounds great. The Jerry Donahue lead pickup is not as biting as a traditional Tele, but it is just excellent. And then the two together sound incredible. It is a great rhythm position in the middle, the number 2 position. So overall, I'm thrilled with how this guitar looks and how it sounds and the overall feel of just playing it.